Okay, so hello, you know who I am, and you know why I'm here, because obviously the video title says so. Came home from school, tried a couple of new things to do with the PlayStation 3 and the computer, and basically the Zyxel boxes, I had to actually look up the kind of generic name for them, and they are home plugs. So, who knew? Who knew? So the Zyxel home plugs, basically there was one of them that would work with the PS3 if I kept it plugged in and from the computer, unplugged the Ethernet cable only and then put it in, stretched it across and plugged it into my PS3. That worked, then it didn't work, and then for some reason it kind of worked and didn't whenever it felt like it. But it turned out to be, I tried it with a few different ways and a few different orders and of doing things and stuff like that, excuse me, and it turned out to be the problem was somehow, like when we were unplugging them, as if the settings would reset or something, but actually it turned out to be, like after further investigation, it turns out to be where it's plugged in. Now that shouldn't matter. I said that on the PlayStation forums and when I updated it, I says it shouldn't matter, but for some reason it did. So I had it plugged in to an extension next to the computer, like the little kind of cube extension where it's got four plugs, one on top, two at the sides and one on the front. So I had it plugged in there, and then I had the Ethernet going to the PS3. It worked. If I took the plug and I changed the plug for the one at the PS3 plugged into a different extension, the long extension, it wouldn't work. And I was wondering why this was. Just completely confused me. So eventually I took the plug from the computer, put it over to the PS3, used it for the box with the PS3, put it down the back and plugged it into the extension that the PS3 box was already plugged into. Still didn't work. So I unplugged it, plugged it into the other extension. Yes, my room is a fire hazard. I've been told that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extensions. So I'm safe. Anyway, back to the point. I plugged it into one other of my 5 extensions, so at this point I've already tried it in 1, 2, and then I tried it on the third one, which has got 8 plugs on it. Well, not 8 plugs plugged in, but it's got 8 slots. It's got 7 plugs plugged in. That'll be fine. So I plugged it into that, and it worked miraculously. So as it says, it shouldn't matter where it's plugged in, but it does. And don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. I was just lucky, and I managed to get my PlayStation 3 and my computer both working at the same time, which is what I want. So obviously if you're watching this, you've probably seen the last video, and as I said then, thanks for even just looking at the video. Also, thank you Heidi for trying to help. You're a star. And I'm glad I found a way to fix it before I had to put you through all the stress and confusion that would have came. So as it says, thank you. And thank God I can play PlayStation 3 and sit in a computer and generally be a hermit at the same time.